Hey everybody, happy Thursday, welcome. This is the Friday, technically the Friday of the stream. We only do Thursdays, Monday through Thursday right now. Eventually it'll be different days, but right now we're in catch-up mode, and we're getting close. I'm expected to be caught up on request probably early May, maybe mid-May. I am taking about a week in early May. I have to go do something prior plan, and it's important, so I'm going to be gone for about a week-ish, something like that, or at least a couple days for sure. I'm actually, you know what? It is probably going to be a week. I take that back. It is going to be a week. Just a heads up on that. Programming note, if you will. Hope you've had a great week. Hope you're having a great start to your Thursday if you're watching now or soon. Hope you have a great night, morning, whenever you watch this. The VOD will be uploaded through YouTube eventually, probably within a couple hours. Usually takes a while for it to process on there, but so if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube to check out the VODs, go ahead and check it out. Todd Reacts. Hit subscribe. Like the video if you like it. Hit the notification bell. That way you know exactly when it posts, and you can check it out. Follow the Twitch channel. I always forget the Twitch channel. Follow the Twitch channel. It's what I'm live on right now. Follow the Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Todd Reacts, and also check out the new YouTube gaming channel, Todd Reacts Plays. I'll be live on there Saturday playing Life is Strange Episode 2. It should be fun. First episode was amazing. It's very different from any game I've ever played, and I'm playing it through Max basically as myself. So we'll see how that goes and the decisions I make. Join the Discord. It's now public, and you can join in doing some polls, interact with other members, other viewers, and that way you have instant access to not only myself, but others in the community as well. And we got 5 videos for you today. A good mix, I think. Emmerdale, Fleabag, Glee, Wonderland of Love, and Riverdale. I've done a couple videos now on Emmerdale, specifically Robert and Aaron. I have reacted to a couple videos of Fleabag, maybe 1 or 2 of Glee, I'm not exactly sure, and a couple of Riverdale as well. So this will be interesting. We got a couple, well, we have all new videos. I haven't seen them. That's kind of the beauty of this channel. If you're unaware of the rigmarole of this channel, it's basically I am watching these things mostly out of context. What's going on, Morgan? Hey, Molly. Welcome back. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump in. I don't have a lot to discuss today. I know yesterday I was talking a lot about Gen Z and millennials and spending and all that stuff. I don't know why that came to mind and I wanted to talk about it, but I wanted to talk about it, and I wanted to figure out, how the generations were a little different. So let's go ahead and jump into the first video. First one is Robert and Aaron from Emmerdale, of course. Another Love. Yes, we are going to watch a Glee video. It is going to be a comedy video, as far as I'm aware. But let's hop into Emmerdale real quick and get going.
Me and you, we get through this.
No, not this time.
But it's okay. I mean,
Stop. Just stop saying it's okay. You're not listening to me, Robert. Your little boy, your son, is always going to be there as a constant reminder of what you did. And I can't handle it.
That's
don't
brutal.
write us off. Please. I lied to Chrissy hundreds of times. I never felt it once. I lied to you, and it rips my heart out. Best not mention that I was here to it, yeah?
So why lie to him?
Sometimes
Well, it's a constant reminder to Aaron as well of what Robert did.
He lies to everyone.
There's nothing going on between them.
We're pretty cozy when I call them together. There's something you need to know.
Obviously, it's not the kid's
It's a
fault.
flirt.
You don't take it on
But
the
he's
kid.
marrying you.
Maybe you just want to be with Rebecca.
I'm so sorry.
For what?
Rebecca was here. I slept with her.
Ooh.
You know, Robert looked right at me today and pretty much told me I was worthless. After all these months, after everything he's done, he's still in here. I can't think straight, Robert.
Well, then talk to me, Aaron, please.
Why? Where's talking getting us, Robert? All we're doing is going round and round in circles. I'm sick of talking. And this is a joke.
Don't say that.
Why? It's what we are, Robert. We're a joke. Everyone saw this coming. Even I saw it.
What are you doing?
Whoa.
It's us. It's us smashed to bits and you did that. You.
It wasn't fair.
Rubbish!
One time.
Yeah, until you had her in here. In our bedroom. In our house. We're supposed to be married.
Oh,
When's that ever stopped
gosh.
you getting what you wanted, eh?
You raped him.
Aaron!
Now leave now, or I'll make you leave.
Just go!
In the marital bed is rough.
I know you love me.
I do love you. But this, none of this is worth it. I know you've got a perfect little life and I'm not in it. Let's go back to your wife, Robert.
You said you loved me too, Robert.
Of course I don't love you. How could I? You disgust me. This isn't about you.
Yeah, you keep saying that. Nobody cares. You're boring. It's boring. You're boring.
Why did you stick around for so long?
You're bored.
He always has been, always will be.
I watched him send his brother insane. And I'd still have him back in the shop. So what sort of a person does that make me? That can't stop loving someone like him.
We're meant to be together. And what better present than that?
Say it again.
I love you.
All I want for you is to find somebody you actually love.
I did. Falling in love with you. Ruined everything. Damn it. I love you.
You're a psychopath.
No. This, us, it isn't real.
It feels pretty real to me.
You're a coward. You disgust me.
I don't want to see you get hurt. I'll be fine. Well, you will be if you forget about him. I can't.
You really think it was Aaron?
Are you still not convinced?
I don't know. Someone who loved me do that.
I fell in love with him.
You deserved everything you got, and you should have done this world a favour and dropped dead. I love you. I love you, and I can't watch you suffer.
I could have just closed my eyes and given up. I didn't. Because of him. I love you.
Still.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Starting on a serious note to stream. Holy crap. Wow. That's my bad. That's my bad. I should have put that one towards the middle, maybe. Wow. Starting off hot. Very hot. Ooh. Link down below in the YouTube description is where it'll be for the original edit. Go throw it some love. It's a very good edit. Oh my gosh. Wow. That was starting quick there. Jeez. A lot to unpack. Number one, marital, there we go, bed, marital bed. That is just, I mean, cheating, infidelity, etc., adultery, affair, whatever word you want to use for it, is rough regardless. But to do it in their own bed is just a whole other level to that terrible thing. Like, obviously it's not any better if you do it in a motel, hotel, whatever, but it's just another level of disrespect. It's, it's a disrespectful act, and then you take it to a whole other level. Oh my gosh. Hey. It seems very much like Robert is just hell-bent on toying with Aaron. Like, clearly has feelings for him, but just a train wreck. Constantly having issue after issue after issue and pulling Aaron into that. And just tormenting him, honestly. Basically tormenting him. Like a kid with a magnifying glass on an ant. And just, burning the ant. Now, I'm sure Aaron kind of puts himself in this situation a little bit. should be walking away or leaving, maybe. But he can't due to whatever he's been through as well. So it just seems like a match made in hell. Gosh. Oh, God. Actually, what's interesting, what's very ironic, is I pulled up a page. Shout out to Jace, who pulled up all these links together in the Discord. I actually pulled up a part of an article that literally talks about Robert confessing his infidelity to Aaron. I swear this is literally what I brought up. I didn't even touch it. Like, that's the part of the article I had going, which is just amazing. Robert and Aaron return a month later and move into the mill. During an intimate moment, Robert finally breaks down and confesses everything to Aaron, leaving him devastated. Reeling from the betrayal, Aaron removes his ring, as you would expect, and orders Robert to leave. Later that evening, Aaron asks Robert to come back to the house so they can talk, and they agree to start again. Oh boy. That's inviting the monster into the house is what that's doing. However, they are left reeling when they learn Rebekah is still pregnant, having decided against an abortion. The next day, Chrissy informs Robert that Rebekah has left the village, and Robert is satisfied it's for the best. Robert and Aaron are unsettled when Rebekah returns to the village and announces she'll be staying with Victoria. Yeah, because it's the problem coming back, honestly. A few weeks later, Aaron despondently tells Robert he can't deal with things anymore, ending the relationship, and hands back his wedding ring, leaving Robert heartbroken. In the aftermath of his split with Aaron, Robert decides to take revenge on the Whites and seize Home Farm for himself. Robert is that is taking a bad situation and making it worse. Robert is distraught when he finds Liv unconscious after drinking from Lawrence's spiked brandy. Rushes her to the hospital and admits to Aaron what happened. Aaron is furious and threatens to kill Robert if she doesn't pull through, leaving him shaken. Liv recovers quickly and sets Aaron up on a date with a handsome doctor as Robert watches on, heartbroken. Unable to deal with Aaron seemingly moving on with his life. Oh no. Robert steps up as a revenge against the Whites by pretending to bond with Lawrence, getting him drunk and tricking him into believing they slept together. Come on. Oh, Robert, you're toxic, buddy. You're toxic. Oh, no. Yeah, that's unfortunate, because obviously Aaron, what I'm assuming and guessing from this is that Aaron really enjoys being with Robert, but Robert just continually lets him down and does some crazy stuff, whether it's an affair or having a child with the affair. I mean, and then doing all this extra stuff, criminal acts and whatnot. Now, I did read that Aaron did start in a criminal organization or something. Let me know if that's true down below in the comments. Robert struggles as Aaron enjoys a date with Alex, and after making a fool of himself in the pub, he stumbles out into the night where he's accidentally knocked down by Lawrence. Robert wakes up in a hospital, and after taking a long, hard look at himself, he makes the heartbreaking decision to finally let go of Aaron and focus on being a good dad. Finally. And then I think, I wanted to talk about this. Robert and Aaron's final goodbye. Or is it? In October 2019, Aaron's world came crashing down when Vic informed him and Robert that Lee had died in hospital. Fearful of losing his husband forever, Aaron told Robert they had no choice but to go on the run. However, he was devastated when Robert handed himself in to the police, was charged and found guilty of murder, and sentenced to life imprisonment with a minimum of 14 years. A week later, Aaron unknowingly shared his final visit with Robert as he was transferred to a prison on the Isle of Wight. Subsequently, cut all contact with his family and filed for divorce, leaving Aaron heartbroken. Honestly, that's probably for the best. Aaron struggled to handle Robert's departure and resorted to his old way of stealing cars with his uncle and hooking up with a lot of guys on dating apps. All right, that's one way to get over something. Get under someone else. A lot of people. Victoria, Diane, and Liv tried to help him through it, but he lashed out at them. In January 2020, Aaron was devastated when Rebekah revealed that she wouldn't allow Seb to come visit him anymore. He continues to sleep around, but after one of his hookups almost robs him, he finally opens up to Victoria and Liv. He realizes he has to sort himself out and finally signs the divorce papers. Boy, that's like an end of a huge chapter right there. He decides to leave the village for a while to get a break and goes to stay with Debbie in Scotland. That's a huge end of the chapter. I have no idea if that's the end, but that is good, honestly, based on just from what I've seen in the edits and kind of read. It just seems like they just were not meant to be. Certainly were a thing, but boy, you got to realize, especially in talking about real life here, you got to realize what's good for you and what's not. And you have to be very decisive. You can't fear cutting people out of your life because they will drag you down. They will definitely drag you down. And that is not what you need. I've done that before. I've cut people out of my life. Usually people that were negative towards, decisions I was making, or, and not like in a helpful way negative, like helpful criticizing or just giving another side to a decision. Just negative just to be negative. It's very hard to cut people out, but gosh, you got to do it. You got to do it. And honestly, a good starting point is always New Year's. Start of a new year, new calendar year. Look, it's a good time for reflection. Look at your life, who's in it, and make some tough decisions. You only get one life. It's short. Make sure the people you surround yourself with are good and kind and decent, and want the best for you. And don't just want the best from you. That's the big one. You don't want leeches around you. And that happens a lot, unfortunately. A lot of people are takers. And if you're a giver, you will get taken advantage of. That's for sure. So you got to find somebody who gives as well. The next video is Fleabag and the Priest. It's God, isn't it? Now, I have reacted to a couple Fleabag videos before. I'm sure there's a playlist of it, and if there isn't, I'll just make one. And if you're ever looking for a playlist, just go to the YouTube channel and go to the main page, and one of the tabs is actually playlist, and it'll have all of them. There's a ton, and I try to separate each show, so you should be able to find one for that. And if there isn't, I'll make it after this. So let's go ahead and jump into this.
Tell me what to do. Are you a real priest?
Yeah.
You already know what you're going to do. Everybody does.
What?
You've already decided what you're going to do.
Well, fuck you then.
Dang.
Why would you believe in something awful when you can believe in something wonderful?
Don't make me an optimist. You will ruin my life.
I just think I want someone to tell me how to live my life, Father, because so far I think I've been getting it wrong.
Do you think I should become a Catholic?
No, don't do that. I like that you believe in a meaningless existence. And you're good for me. You make me question my faith.
And?
I've never felt closer to God.
But I know that's why people want people like you in their lives. Because you just tell them how to do it. You just tell them what to do and what they'll get out at the end of it. And even though I don't believe your bullshit, and I know that scientifically nothing that I do makes any difference in the end anyway, I'm still scared. Why am I still scared?
So you're a cool priest, are you?
A cool priest?
Yeah.
No, I'm a big reader with no friends. Are you a cool person?
Oh, I'm a pretty normal person.
A normal person?
Yeah, a normal person.
What makes you a normal person?
Well, I don't believe in God. I want to fuck a priest.
Do you really want to fuck the priest, or do you want to fuck God?
I
What if you meet someone you love?
And this is why I put the language warning on the stream.
We're not gonna have sex. I can't have sex with you because I'll fall in love with you. And if I fall in love with you, my life will be fucked. We're gonna have sex, aren't we? What's that?
What?
Where did you just go?
What?
What are you not telling me?
Nothing.
Tell me what's going on underneath
Nothing.
there. Tell me, come on.
No.
Tell me.
Nothing. Nothing.
For fuck's sake! Stop that!
When you find somebody that you love, it feels like hope. What?
You okay, Father?
Oh, fuck you calling me father like it doesn't turn you on just to say it.
That is a man who is struggling.
It's God, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know the worst thing is that I fucking love you. I love you.
Wow, that is complicated. A great edit. Link down below in the YouTube description for the original video. Go throw it some much deserved love. Wow. That was beautiful. Challenging, for sure. I mean, it's very much the priest is being tempted to break his vow of celibacy. That's what all priests do. You basically take a vow that you will not have a family or kids or anything. Like, it is... it's a lot. It is a lot. That's probably why, you know, the amount of priests is down, I think, right now. That is a lot to ask. And certainly nuns take the same vow. And it's just an old tradition. That is a rough one. That is, that is rough. I don't think I could do that, honestly. I like the fact that having a family, having kids, kind of rounds your life if you believe in that or want that. It does typically round your life out. Gives you something else to focus on other than yourself, which is a good thing, I think. You know, if you want kids or want a marriage or whatever, or just a relationship, it gives you something else to focus on, different priorities. It's kind of a different stage in life. You know, growing up as a teenager, 20s, maybe into your 30s, you're focused on yourself mostly. What your job is, who your friends are, where you travel to, what's your fun like. And then you get to a point where, you know, if you get into a marriage or start having kids, your life is completely different. You no longer live for just yourself. You live for other people. And the thoughts and wishes and goals of other people become much more important to you. It is an interesting concept, that is for sure. Fleabag. Let's see. It's based on her one-woman show, Phoebe Waller-Bridge. Free-spirited but angry and confused single young woman in London. Frequently breaks the fourth wall. Internal monologues, running commentary. See, I like that a lot. I like breaking the fourth wall. I think it can be used quite well, if it is used well. Unfortunately, only 2 seasons, 12 episodes. That is not a lot. Received widespread acclaim, particularly for its writing, acting, and uniqueness. Many critics and viewers have called it one of the greatest comedy series of all time. 11 Primetime Emmy Award nominations and won 6. I mean, that's pretty freaking amazing. The initial idea of the character of Fleabag came from a challenge by a friend where Waller-Bridge was given the task of creating a sketch for a 10-minute section in a stand-up storytelling night. Wow, imagine turning that into awards. Like, a lot of awards. That is incredible. Clearly, she's talented. Olivia Colman's in it. Nice, nice. Wow. Little information on the priest. Grew up in an unhappy household. He lived with his parents. Well, that kind of explains his willingness to go into a vow of celibacy, doesn't it? Like right off the bat. He lived with his parents, who were lawyers, and as he puts it, quote, very successful alcoholics. That is a stereotype and one that tends to be accurate. And his brother, who is a long-distance truck driver. Boy, kudos to anyone that can be a long-distance truck driver. We need truck drivers and, just to keep the supply chain going. And that is hard work on the body, especially. And as he'll share pretty bluntly, a fan of kids is what we'll say there. A big fan of kids. I cannot say that word on YouTube. And he's aware of the irony of in that. More broadly, he's got a large extended family that's crawling with nuns, which helped pave the way for his eventual shift to the priesthood. Ah, okay. Living in London, he just moved there, doesn't know too many people. His apartment is small and a little lonely, but he keeps a lot of books around and is trying to make his place a home. Well, that's, yeah, absolutely. Doesn't matter the size of the apartment, as long as you make it, feel homey. Profession, Catholic priest, although he's rather untraditional. He came to the church pretty late in life, but he says that it's been a good life to him and that he's really found peace in it. His relationship with religion is centered around love and self-reflection. As he says, quote, praying is about connecting with yourself at the end of the day. He's currently at a new parish where the old priest, Father Patrick, recently passed away. He's also officiating Fleabag's father's marriage to her godmother, which is how the two of them met. Relationship status, married to God and celibate. There you go. However, he points out that he has had a lot of adult fun time and romantic relationships before he joined the church, and argues that celibacy is a lot less complicated than romantic relationships. Yeah, less complicated, sure. I can see that. Even after yeah, absolutely. That makes a lot of sense. If anybody's been through that, you obviously would agree. Even after becoming a priest, though, he's been no stranger to flirtatious relationships and temptation. That's the devil's work. But they've gone nowhere. Lately, though, he's found it can be difficult to stand firm in his convictions in the face of a strong connection. If he meets someone he likes, like Fleabag, he says they'll talk and laugh and drink, and I'll give them Bibles and hope that eventually they'll leave me alone. He is determined to not have fun time. He says it won't bring any good. Well, yeah, it would break the vow of celibacy, and he would no longer be a priest, and his life would be in shambles until he figures out what to do. So it'd basically be a career killer, for sure. Challenges. Battling his commitment to his faith and priesthood with his fun time feelings, specifically his attraction to Fleabag. Yeah, as we saw in the edit, very clearly. It was, you could see it was quite the test. Personality, charming, perceptive, and blunt. He's a cool priest. He swears, he drinks tequila, he smokes, and he has accepting views about religion and fun times. He's also funny. He jokes that he's only in the priesthood for the outfits. And he's compassionate and a good listener. And to top it all off, he's handsome. And then Fleabag grew up in England with her parents and her sister Claire. Though the two sisters couldn't be more different, they have their own unique bond, especially after their mom died of breast cancer and their dad almost immediately started dating their godmother. What? Oy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Living self-destructively. Okay, all right. I think we can all kind of relate to that in some way. In London, Fleabag's life has been quietly spiraling out of control ever since her best friend Boo accidentally offed herself after discovering her boyfriend had cheated on her. Oh, boy. Yeah, that would definitely do it. Good grief. Profession, owner of a guinea pig cafe. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. That's a thing? And a failing one at that. Well, okay, that makes sense. The cafe is lucky if it gets one customer per day. Fleabag is desperate to keep it running, however, especially because she and Boo opened it together. Oh, okay. Keeps the memory of Boo alive. Unfortunately, she doesn't quite have the business savvy to get the loan she needs to keep the cafe afloat. Interest jogging Barack Obama, and the occasional revenge-inspired theft. Relationship status, mostly single. Fleabag has a strange, strained dynamic with her on-again, off-again boyfriend, Harry, as well as with a man she dubs Arsehole Guy. She's not necessarily opposed to being in a relationship, but she struggles to make real connections and tends to seek out meaningless, usually unsatisfying adult fun time encounters instead. Yeah, that is that's unfortunate. That's almost, yeah, that is its own self-destructive behavior for sure. At that point, you got to start looking at yourself if you're just continually going down that road. As she puts it, I've spent most of my adult life using fun times to deflect from the screaming void inside my empty heart. Well, that's kind of a catch-22, isn't it? You're never going to fill that void if you just continue having that lifestyle. So you got to stop the lifestyle to try to fill the void. Challenge, recapturing her spark. Fleabag has been struggling to find joy in life ever since her friend's death, Boo. She often thinks back on their happy memories together and seems unable to move forward in a healthy way underneath her sarcastic exterior, which is a defense mechanism, of course. She's clearly haunted by a sense of trauma and maybe ever guilt. Maybe ever guilt? I can't make sense of that. Trauma and maybe her guilt. She wants to get out of her funk and move on with life, but her issues feel too big and terrifying to truly comfort. As she admits, I have a horrible feeling I am a greedy, perverted, selfish, apathetic, cynical, depraved, morally bankrupt woman who can't even call herself a feminist. Boy. Yeah. There's a lot of negativity there, obviously. Destructive behaviors. Boy. Yeah, that I'm gonna call therapy on that one. Personality, sarcastic, judgmental, and incredibly funny, although sometimes only to herself. Fleabag is a bit of an oddball, and people are often confused by her dark sense of humor. Hey, nothing wrong with a little dark sense of humor. She maintains a snarky inner monologue that she tries to soften when she interacts with people, but she's not always successful at tampering down her acerbic point of view. I don't even think I've ever heard that word before. Though Fleabag can come across as awkward or even arrogant, deep down she has a good heart. Okay. So obviously she's not dealing well with her friend offing herself accidentally. And obviously the cafe's not doing well, so you just kind of add that all together, and clearly she is in a definite spiral, and her actions are making it way worse. Way worse. And her thinking, internal monologue, very important. You know, what you think about yourself, how you conduct yourself, what you think you should aspire to, how you think your life should be. That is all very important. It affects your entire mood, your mindset, everything. It's something, you know, I struggle with every now and then, and I have to remind myself, like, hey, keep it positive. Keep it positive. It might be awful, but still do it. You know, continue to push forward. Life throws many curveballs and obstacles, but you got to just keep going. That's one beautiful thing about the human existence, is that you have the opportunity to push yourself and continue to push yourself, and the resiliency of that is just wonderfully human. Honestly, this sounds like a really good show. It seems like Fleabag being in the priest's life is like a wonderful test of faith, almost, for the priest, where it's just constantly thinking like, oh, maybe I could be better off in a relationship. Maybe I'd be better off, you know, having some happy fun times. You know, just a constant test of that vow of celibacy and his career choice, I guess you could call it. Relationship with God. Or as this put, marriage with God. And then for Fleabag, the priest is almost like a compass trying to navigate through these feelings and these thoughts and just the struggle of it. Like, clearly she's having a lot of meaningless fun times, and he is almost like the beacon, like the light at the end of the tunnel. Like, oh wow, this could be different. This could be, you know, something much better. He's a good dude, obviously, and but the interesting part is if he breaks his vow of celibacy, is he a good dude? I would argue yes, he's still probably a good dude, but that's also interesting. She's the temptress, and he's also like this rock, this force for good for her life. Oh man, that is an interesting concept. I like that. That seems very interesting. And I know the show is very funny. That edit was not typically funny. But it just shows the depth of the show. It's not just funny. It also has some really stirring moments of emotional maturity. Let's go ahead and jump into the next one. It's actually Glee, and this one is supposed to be funny. It's entitled Glee Moments That Made Me Bust Out Laughing. So we're switching gears completely with this next one. So let's go ahead and jump in.
I got chills, they're multiplying, and I'm losing control, 'cause the power you're supplying, it's electrifying.
You better shape up, 'cause I need a man.
Actually, this is really tragic. Isn't a few of these actors gone? Like, died?
Nothing left for me to do. You're the one that I want. You are the one I want. Honey.
Hey guys, how's it going? God, it's a beautiful day. Let's run through the number. I can't wait to do the number. I'm ready and excited. Are you guys? Stand up. Come on, let's get this going.
I finally just saw Grease, by the
Has your soul
way.
been taken over by caffeinated space aliens?
No, just visited the school. Nurse got this great vitamin. I feel fantastic. I can't wait to do.
I think like 2 months ago I saw Glee. I saw Grease.
The number. Let's do the
It's
number.
one of those
and then
things I always
afterwards
meant to
we can
watch.
build a house for Habitat for Humanity.
This ain't a song for the broken-hearted. You're gonna hear my voice when
All right, Bon Jovi.
it's my life, it's now or never. I ain't gonna live forever.
It's both depressing and weird. Yeah. So tragic. They just happen to all be on the show.
Thank you so much. It really is a pleasure. While the boys chose a selection of songs that cast an eye inward on the irresponsible life choices and sexual hunger of today's modern teens, we have chosen a selection of songs that speaks to the nation as a whole during these troubling times filled with economic uncertainty and unbridled social woe. Because if there's two things America needs right now, that is sunshine and optimism. Also, angels. Okay.
Lauren, Catherine, Lana, Will, Schuster, I hate you. Ladies with the...
Never telling her! Shut up! You suck, you suck, you suck, you suck!
Mamma mia, mamma mia.
Come on,
What's the theme tonight? Supposed to be celebrity judges?
Kiss my ass, Josh Groban. I'm an internationally ranked cheerleading coach.
What did you say? Are you breaking up on me? Sorry, I cannot hear you. I'm kinda busy. Kinda busy. Kinda busy. Sorry, I cannot hear you. I'm kinda busy. Just a second, it's my favorite song they're gonna play. And I cannot text you with a drink in my hand. You should have made some plans with me and knew that I was free. And now you won't stop calling me. I'm kinda busy. Stop calling. I don't wanna think anymore. I left my head and my heart on the dance floor. Stop calling. I don't wanna talk anymore. I left my head and my heart on the dance floor. Stop telephoning. I'm busy.
Shut up!
I don't want to do that.
You know what's funny about that is the fact that in the men's room, it is completely silent. Just completely silent. Nobody looks at each other. Nobody says hello. Very silent. You just get in and get out.
Why no Brittany?
Because my name is also Britney Spears.
So that was funny on a whole different level for me.
My middle name is Susan. My last name is Pierce. That makes me Brittany S. Pierce. Britney Spears. I've lived my entire life in Britney Spears' shadow. I will never be as talented or as famous. I hope you'll all respect that I want Glee Club to remain a place where I, Brittany S. Pierce, can escape the torment of Britney Spears.
Well, there you have it, guys. It's been decided. No Brittany. Sorry.
Thanks, Britt. Thanks a lot.
Leave Brittany alone. Thank you for understanding. It's been a hard road.
Brittany S. Pierce. That's so funny.
Oh my God.
What? I don't understand. I floss between classes.
Well, sometimes it's
I
genetics.
think I might be better at brushing and flossing if I could see myself in the mirror.
There you go, Blue 2.
Dude, what are you doing?
Kurt got us to
Brittany
substitute
S.
some butter in
Pierce,
the floor.
But
Glee
sectionals is like
legend.
2 weeks from now.
Hey, Gigantor, we're all gonna swap names, yo.
Did I hear something about a substitute?
Yes, it works.
Well, at least I didn't fall and break my talent. I'm fine.
Oh, what the hell?
Hola, clase. Nothing says bienvenidos quite like a buttered floor.
I'm Finn Hudson. I'm quarterback of the football team.
I'm Rachel Berry, his loud girlfriend. I'm Mike Chang.
I don't know the context of that at all.
I'm sorry, I kind of just blanked out.
But I'm assuming they're talking about tater tots.
I know. Let's play a game. Okay, on the count of 3, name your favorite 2010 Vogue cover. You ready? 1, 2, 3.
Mary Antoinette.
Yes.
Oh my God,
Yes.
stop
Yes.
it.
I know.
She's amazing.
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 Yay. Yay.
Gay.
Oh my gosh, I opened my mouth and a little purse falls out. It's okay. How did that get in there? Mercedes.
What in the GD hell?
That's enough. Dearly beloved, we are gathered today to join Sue Sylvester and Sue Sylvester in holy matrimony. Jeannie, give me the rings.
This is insane.
Sue, do you take Sue to be your lawfully wedded spouse? I do. And Sue, do you take Sue to be your lawfully wedded spouse? I do. By the power vested in me by a website, I hereby pronounce you Sue, and Sue, you may kiss yourself.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Glee has no filter. Yeah, it kind of seems like it. Oh my God.
I'm bored.
The girl with the mohawk had a really nice voice.
Yeah, man.
Hey.
Great first day, right?
We want in.
In what?
The Justin Bieber experience. We wanted the band.
But it's a one-man band.
So expand.
I don't get it. You guys were totally making fun of me for singing Bieber.
That's because we underestimated the power of the Biebs. He's clearly like a mini god. Look how you made all those chicks melt in Glee Club. Now think about the power of 4 Biebers.
We'd be unstoppable.
All of our
4
relationships
Biebers.
are in the standard post-Valentine's Day lull.
Are you playing Angry Birds?
Sorry,
Want me to show you my abs?
if you want to.
We need a sugary sweet jolt of the Biebs to get us some action again.
Why do you want him, Puckerman?
I'm at the end of my Lawrence Size C's road. I'll try anything to get into those enormous pants.
What's going on?
We're joining the Justin Bieber experience if Sam's cool with it.
And if not, we're starting our own band.
Bieber Fever.
Wait, you guys do realize
Bieber
that
fever.
Justin Bieber sucks, right?
Glenn seemed to be pretty into him when I was singing in Glee Club.
Right, well, I'm gonna spend my time working on songs that aren't geared toward 12-year-olds.
Good. And then you won't have time to pick up any other guys' girlfriends.
Hey, back off, man. I didn't kiss your girlfriend. She saved my life.
So, what do you say? Are we in? Fine. But we need to figure out something to do with Puckerman's hair.
Do you ever get tired of tearing other people down?
No, not really.
Because you always just seem to be meddling in everybody else's business.
Oh, please. You guys love me. I keep it real, and I'm hilarious.
Actually, you're just a bitch.
Sorry, you've just got eyes for my man.
Okay, first of all, I'm not your man.
And Finn is right. All you ever do is insult us. 3 weeks ago, you said you were disappointed that I didn't have a lizard baby.
5 minutes ago, you said Mr. Shyy belonged in a 12-step program.
Wait, what?
You're addicted to vests.
The truth is, Santana,
You're addicted to
can't
vests.
take it. Okay, maybe you're right. Maybe I am destined to play the title role in the Broadway musical version of Willow, but the only job you're gonna have is working on a pole.
Fine.
Dang.
Santana.
Maybe try rocking back and forth. People do that in movies.
No, because I just try to be really, really honest with people when I think that they suck, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
I won't tell Lauren to look out for poachers who might mistake her for the endangered white rhino.
I heard that. Don't make me rip that weave out your head.
Oh, this is not gonna be good.
Hello, Lauren. You are a beautiful person. Thank you. Now get out of my way, please, afore I end you.
You don't want to push me.
Oh, but see, I sort of do. I'm from a part of town called Lima Heights Adjacent. You know where that is, poppin' fresh? It's on the wrong side of the tracks.
Oh my gosh. Oh. Wrong side of the tracks, meet the immovable object.
Hey, knock it off and get going.
Yeah, that's how we do it in Lima Heights.
Get you to the nurse.
I think she has CTE.
I feel the chemicals kicking in. It's getting heady and I wanna run and hide. I wanna run and hide.
I do it every time. You're killing
I will say the one thing I did see of Glee, or at least heard, was some of the covers, and they were great.
Are you okay? You kept making those weird faces the whole song.
Those weren't weird faces. Those were my sexy faces.
It just looked like you were having gas pains or something.
How are we supposed to get up on the stage at regionals and sell sexy to the judges when I have as much sexual appeal and knowledge as a baby penguin?
This is a song that I wrote for Sam. It's called Shouty Mouth.
Wait, what's it called?
Trouty mouth.
Guppy face, trouty mouth. Is that how people's lips look where you come from in the South? Group of froggy lips. I love sucking on those salamander lips. Wanna put a fish hook in those lips so cherry red. If you tried hard enough, you could suck a baby's head. Woo!
Okay, can we stop? Stop with the mouth jokes.
Sit down. I'm not finished.
Yes.
Okay, then we get back.
That might just be the most hurtful diss track I've ever heard in my life.
Wait, this can't be the right place. Sam works in a bar?
Well, there just aren't a lot of theaters in Northern Kentucky, so theater groups just have to perform in whatever space they can find.
There's a lot of ladies here, like older ladies.
And it's no secret that dinner theater appeals to elderly women.
Good afternoon, ladies. Are you ready to meet the men of stallions? Then please welcome to the stage, Cobra.
I didn't know Backdraft was a musical.
Someone get the door, cause here comes Mr. Package.
Oh God, no.
And ladies, let's give
Welcome to a strip club.
Welcome to White Chocolate.
I guess you could call that dinner theater. It's got a buffet, right?
That's not an image I can ever get out of my mind.
I need another coffee.
I don't like you.
Fun. I don't like you either.
I don't like the way you talk to my boyfriend. I don't like your smirky little meerkat face. I don't like your obnoxious CW hair. I'm onto you.
Let's get a few things straight. Blaine's too good for you. New Directions is a joke, and one of us has a hard luck case of the gay face, and it ain't me. Odds are, by the end of the school year, you'll have Blaine and a Nationals trophy, and you'll have khakis and a lima bean apron and that gay face.
You smell like Craigslist.
You smell like Craigslist. My favorite covers from Glee often include Amber Riley, Mercedes, and Naya Rivera. There we go. Jeez. Santana. My absolute favorite cover from Glee was the mashup, rumor has it, Someone Like You.
This song is for anyone that's ever been cheated on.
This is insane. I didn't cheat on you.
Cheetahs have the fastest land speed of any living animal.
Then they hung out, but you came home around 3. Yes, you did.
I'm gonna make it. Mm. They've literally all cheated. You should react to some of their covers. Actually, I was just thinking about that when Morgan brought up the mashup. She spelled her name.
Well, she doesn't have a pulse. Really? Yeah, I just stopped my own heart. It's my CIA training. These gummy vitamins didn't work at all.
Trotty Mouth inspired me to try my hand at songwriting. Now Sam gave me...
That Brody character is a freaking psycho.
Go on.
Here we go. Listen, when I first met him, totally thought he was weird. He smelled all talcumy like a Cabbage Patch doll. And then he said that I wasn't a real New Yorker until I had my first makeover. And I was like, what does that even mean? Like, who are you?
Come on, Brody's a sweetheart.
That's what I told myself, you know? I said, so what if he's completely hairless and made out of plastic? I'm gonna look past the fact that he probably has a disgusting porn star landing strip. I'm gonna give Lars and the real boy one more chance. But then I found this. $1,200 in cash.
When did you find that?
Last night when I was rooting through all the pockets and drawers in this apartment.
Oh my gosh.
What? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Santana, you went through all of our stuff?
Yeah, that's a thing I do.
It's completely unacceptable.
Oh, okay. I like how you guys pretend to be all accepting about everything, but when your friend suddenly shows up in your home, moves in, and goes through all your stuff, you're offended?
Let's face it, there are good kinds of yeast and bad kinds of yeast. But bad yeast goes scat with Yeastastat. Burns an itch or a thing of the past. And Yeastastat's 7 easy step application makes feeling fresh a breeze. I like yeast in my bagel, but not in my muffin.
Classic swing.
Did you hear the news? Let's have a chat. Bad yeast goes
Oh, this is so beautifully done. I love it. I love those commercials because it's always doing something wild. It's like rowing down a river, or, you know, at a resort in a bathtub overlooking the beach. It's just unbelievable. Oh my gosh. Great edit. Very funny moments. Some obviously a little bit more, you got to have context to it. But overall, this show is a lot funnier than I thought it was. I thought it was mostly just a musical show, honestly, when it first came out. I didn't actually see any episodes or anything. I think around this time I was watching like House MD and Smallville or something like that. And obviously Glee was getting a lot of attention, super well advertised and whatnot. But I figured, you know what? It's probably not aimed at me. So I won't watch it. But looking at that, it's a heck of a lot funnier than I thought it was. So, man, I think I missed out quite a bit. Link down below in the YouTube description for the original video. Go through it, some much-deserved love. They do all types of genres and songs. I think you might like them. Very controversial, but some of their covers are better than the original. Yeah, I had heard that before, where some of the covers were really well done. I can't remember which one I heard, but I do remember thinking like, wow, this is really good. I think it was Beyonce Halo, if I'm not mistaken. Did they do a cover of that? I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Yeah, Halo Walking on Sunshine. Yeah, that was really good. Super good. All right, let's pull up some information about Glee, because honestly, I have no idea. I saw the commercials for it constantly, and I never actually watched it. It's a mix of comedy, over-the-top moments, and music. Dang, I did not know about the comedy at all. I just thought it was just like a musical with like teen drama, and that was it. So I had no idea there was a aspect of it. Musical comedy drama. It was a mashup. Nice. Yeah, that song was very good. Or the mashup was very good. It centers on the New Directions, a glee club at the fictional William McKinley High School that is located in the American state of Ohio, which competes as a show choir while its desperate members deal... Desperate? That's not desperate. Members deal with social issues, especially regarding race, family, teen relationships, teamwork, and can I even say that on YouTube? I don't know. So I'm just going to avoid it. You can read it. Ryan Murphy. How many good shows has Ryan Murphy made? American Horror Story, Nip Tuck I know of. I loved Nip Tuck. American Crime Story, 911, 911 Lone Star, Dahmer. Yeah, he did Running with Scissors. I saw that. Eat, Pray, Love. I mean, just unbelievable. Glee, American Horror Story. Yeah, just unbelievable amount of work. And good work, too. I am absolutely infatuated by Nip Tuck. I don't know why. It was just a crazy show. 6 seasons of Glee, 121 episodes. The initial 12-member cast included Matthew Morrison as a club director and Spanish teacher Will, Jane Lynch as the scheming cheerleading coach. Let's see. Created by Ryan Murphy. Features on-screen performance-based musical numbers that were selected by Murphy, who want to maintain a balance between show tunes and chart hits. Music on Glee has been a commercial success with over 36 million digital single sales and 11 million album sales. Wow. First season received generally favorable reviews from critics. I just realized I've watched so many Ryan Murphy projects. Yeah, absolutely. It's crazy, huh? He's been really successful. Metacritic's weighted average of 77 out of 100 based on 18 critical reviews. Many accolades. The season was nominated for 19 Emmy Awards, 4 Golden Globes, 6 Satellite Awards, and 57 other awards. Oh my gosh. Good grief. 2013, in the wake of Corey Monteith's death, I think that's how you say it, and after his tribute episode, The Quarterback, aired, Murphy announced that the 6th season would be the last. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. That would really put kind of a downer on the whole series, honestly. Especially for a show that's supposed to be like uplifting and like funny and good music. Like that really puts quite a downer on it. Over 729 music performances. That's wild. That is a lot of music performances. Series centers on a high school show choir, also known as a Glee club. And I was in choir. I don't think we had a Glee club in high school. That was more of a university thing here, or where I was. In the fictional William McKinley High School in Lima, Ohio, Will takes over the Glee club after the former teacher, Sandy, is fired for inappropriate contact with a student. Yikes. The ragtag group of misfit teenagers, Will attempts to restore the Glee club to its former glory while tending to his developing feelings for his coworker, guidance counselor Emma, as well as defending the Glee club's existence from the conniving cheerleading coach. Jane Lynch is so funny. Oh my gosh. She plays her character so well in so many different projects. It's amazing. Major focus of the series is the students in the Glee club, their relationships as couples, their love of singing and desire for popularity coming into conflict due to their membership in the low-status club, and the many... What in the heck is that? Vicissitudes? 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 What? Of life in high school, and as who looked that up in a thesaurus? Come on now. In high school and as a teenager. That is crazy. Nobody uses that word. The first season features the fictional high school show choir New Directions competing for the first time on the show choir circuit, winning at the sectionals competition, episode 13, but losing at regionals. Ouch. Actually, that makes a lot of sense. You don't want them just winning. You got to have them, lose and then overcome and get better. While its members and faculty deal with fun times, relationships, homosexuality, teenage, pregnancy, disabilities, acceptance, and other social issues. So it touches on everything. Kind of relates to everybody. Central characters are the director, cheerleading coach, Will's wife, guidance counselor, and the Glee members. Second season follows the club's wins at the sectionals and regionals competitions for losing at the nationals. Right. Can't have them just winning immediately. Conception: Ian Brennan conceived Glee based on his own experience as a member of the Prospect High School show choir in Mount Prospect, Illinois. He initially envisioned Glee as a film rather than a TV series and wrote the first draft in August 2005 with the aid of Screenwriting for Dummies. Oh my gosh, talk about a rags to riches. He completed the script in 2005, but could not generate interest in the project for several years. Mike Novick, a television producer and friend of Brennan's from L.A., was a member of the same gym as Ryan Murphy and gave him a copy of Brennan's script. Murphy had been in a show choir in college, there you go, and felt he could relate to the script. Murphy and his Nip Tuck colleague, Brad Falchuk, suggested that Glee be produced as a television show. The script was entirely rewritten and was picked up by Fox within 15 hours of being received. Wow, that's quick. But then again, Ryan Murphy just had a hit in Nip Tuck. That was huge. Murphy attributed that in part to the network's success of American Idol. It made sense for the network with the biggest hit in TV, which is a musical, to do something in that vein. Became the show's executive producers. They started writing all the episodes. Wow. This is just for fun. I think this is interesting. A definitive list of all the dumb crap that happened on Glee. Remember Glee? Sure you do. Remember all the offensive, nonsensical crap that happened over 6 seasons? Probably not. Show had a simple premise. Bunch of high school misfits were part of a Glee club, a club that performs popular songs to choreography. Off the back of one of the best pilots in television history, truly it is, Glee became a worldwide phenomenon. For a few seasons, it was inescapable. All right, let's get to it. Season 1. We are led consistently to believe that Rachel Berry and Finn Hudson have comparative levels of singing ability. Previous show choir teacher Sandy is fired for advancing on a student. It was played as a joke. Will plays Will, who is ostensibly a Spanish teacher. Show choir performs a high-octane, fully choreographed routine to Amy Winehouse's uplifting to alcohol rehab. A show choir with the name New Directions in a high school in 2009 sings a song by the band Journey. Hey. The head cheerleader Quinn and the quarterback Finn willingly join a celibacy club. Was that around the time of the Jonas Brothers joining or having those rings? Will's wife was a hysterical pregnancy, finds out about it, and lies about it for like half a season. Finn kisses Quinn and shows up too quickly. That's what we'll say. Quinn later uses this to convince him that she's pregnant, and he believes she got pregnant from when they sat in a hot tub together. Oh my gosh. New Directions perform Salt and Pepper's Push It once more. This is set in 2009. Mercedes sings Bust Your Windows, Jasmine Sullivan's epic revenge anthem, because Kurt is gay and does not return her feelings. She does not realize that Kurt is gay, despite being played by Chris Colfer. Sue, the cheerleading coach, teams up with the confirmed, I guess I could say that, predator Sandy to bring down a high school glee club. This is entirely her arc throughout the series. That does seem pretty odd. Football team performs Single Ladies because Kurt told them to. McKinley High School somehow chooses Cabaret as their high school production. Yeah, that's odd. That's a bit odd. Kristen Chenoweth returns to McKinley High School to get her high school diploma and sings a song from Cabaret. She also gets drunk and performs Carrie Underwood in front of the entire school. Oh, wow. Yeah, this is very unhinged. For one episode, everyone is addicted to pseudoephedrine. Terry, Will's wife, who is hiding her lack of pregnancy from him, buys Quinn's baby. She also blackmails her OBGYN to not reveal her hysterical pregnancy. For one episode, Sue divides the Glee Club into minorities and non-minorities. Oh my gosh. Whoa. Rachel gives her underwear to a school reporter so the entire school doesn't find out Quinn is pregnant. Whoa. Glee Club spends time in wheelchairs so they can feel what life is like for Artie, who has spent his entire life in a wheelchair. At the end of the episode, they all perform Proud Mary, the song that features the lyric, "Rollin', rollin', rollin' on the river." Oh, boy. Tina reveals that she has been putting on a stutter because she was too shy to be herself. Oh, my gosh. Will sings "Do Not Stand So Close to Me" to Rachel, who has developed a crush on him. Fun fact, Leah Michelle and Will Morrison dated before the show started. Gross. Glee Club performs in a local mattress store commercial, believing it will protect them from bullying. Oy, that's misguided. Sue roofies her boss. There are no consequences. The cast perform Like a Virgin to herald having fun time for the first time. Almost nobody loses their virginity. The boys perform Madonna's What It Feels Like for a Girl. Kristen Chenoweth becomes mistress to a roller rink tycoon. Olivia Newton-John stars as herself. That's cool. She and Sue do a remake of the Physical music video. Total Eclipse of the Heart is included in a list of songs that have bad reputations. This is patently insane. An 18-year-old gay guy performs Rose's Turn from the musical Gypsy. Will and Neil Patrick Harris audition for a local production of Les Mis by singing Aerosmith's Dream On. What? Tina decides to comfort Artie with internet articles about spinal cord injury treatments. You've got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. An entire episode devoted to Glee Club mastering funk songs. Some of these actually don't seem that bad. Some of these seem really wild. Rachel directs an auditionee for the Glee Club to go to a crack house rather than the auditorium. That's wild. That is wild. Sue demotes Santana from head cheerleader for having implants. Sue sets off the fire alarm in order to stop students from being aroused by a Glee Club performance of Toxic. Rachel sings Papa, Can You Hear Me to someone else's comatose father. Oh my gosh. I wouldn't say that's dumb. That is very funny, but obviously tragic. Sue marries herself. That was interesting. Which I'm pretty sure happened on Shortland Street first. Don't fact check me on this. Gwyneth Paltrow. A lot of Gwyneth Paltrow. Sue bans tater tots at the high school cafeteria. That's what that was. That is what that was. I had no idea. I knew it had to do with tater tots. I'm like, they're in a cafeteria. They're saying tots. It's got to be tater tots. But why did she ban tater tots? Sue forges a cease and desist letter from My Chemical Romance. I'm dead. I'm dead. Oh my gosh. All right. What is next? We got, I've never heard of this show at all. I'm not even going to attempt the names because I'm going to butcher them so bad. Yeah, I am not even going to try it. Their Story, Wonderland of Love, Season 1, Episode 40 finale. It's a music video. It does have a lot of text in it from what I saw, so that's going to be interesting to try to see. Glee storylines were something else. They would be comedic and then turn dramatic. Some were over the top and some were grounded. Yeah, it kind of shows that way from that list. Naya Rivera's character, Santana, is my favorite character on the show. She was funny, rude, but also a complex character who you get to see come to terms with her sexuality as a lesbian. Loved her friendship to a romantic relationship with Brittany. That is nice that they're able to go that way with it. From just kind of the shallow stuff of funny and rude, but also show that she's got a little bit more to her, that maybe she hides for reasons, or friendship to romantic. That's always a good storyline. It's always heartwarming for sure. It does seem like a really good show. I'm kind of mad I didn't give it much of a chance when it was on. But then again, wait, when was Nip Tuck on? I need to look that up. Because I might have been watching that, funny enough. 2003 to 2010. So it just ended maybe a year after Glee started. Oh, yeah. I remember in the advertisements it said something like created by Ryan Murphy, who created Nip Tuck or something. And I'm like, that's such an odd transition to Glee. There was no singing in Nip Tuck, I don't think. Like none. Oh my gosh.
这个是我吗？有一天，我遇到一个人，虽然第一次见面，我们就大打出手。
就是你，
还给我！
我珠子呢？你去还我。
第二次见面，我就把他踹到井里去了。
嗷！
你是不是姓崔？
我为什么要告诉你啊？但是那个时候，我就知道我是喜欢他的。
原来是崔家军的何校委。初次见面，幸会幸会。
久仰久仰。3更半夜。 小裴将军是上次在井里洗澡洗得太舒服，所以特地来找我。
我现在是要把你扛起来扔到井里去，还是让你尝尝真理的厉害？
只有了。
你怎么知道我可以杀掉他们？
我都怕我小看你，你这么诡计多端的一个人。
Oh, that's cool.
身上不藏个10件8件杀气。
Hit the arrow with his sword. That's awesome.
恩怨分明的，有仇必报。
救命！今天不叫你去这河里泡泡冷水，枉你叫我小骗子。是你？
是啊，是我啊。我今晚呢，不打算上去。
十七郎，
他竟然是皇孙17郎李密，别以为我不知道。你跟着我，就是想要军粮。
你病了的时候，一直都在喊阿娘。
小的时候，我住在边关要塞，当时我阿娘一直喊我，让我从地窖爬着去逃。
娘是娘的本，活着才是你的本分，知道吗？
我阿爹问我，还记得你阿娘最后跟你说的话？我叫阿莹，是我阿娘给我取的乳名。我笑，我们第一次见面，好像也跟现在差不多。
你要不要同我一起去拿下并州城？如果我赢了，你就把你头上的发簪给我，当抵我的珠子。谁先抓到韩立，亦或是杀了韩立，并州就归谁。
愿赌服输，我是输不起这口气的人吗？
你答应我共邀七夕，是为了同我赏灯啊？还是为了亲自盯着你，以免我发现你暗中有安排？
主动约我出来，到底是为了跟我一起游船？其实，我是我们家公子的侍妾，以后莫要在我家公子面前辱及我清白。
这个姑娘，她不该喜欢。
你到底是在做什么？
她说的每一句话，也不知道有几分能信。咱们得让崔家军瞧瞧咱们镇西郡的实力。我知道你其实压根就不是崔公子的小妾。
镇西郡崔家军何为攻击洛阳？终于不利。
想起不能送你一程，又想起不久后你便要回瀛州。
那我答应你，等我回瀛州之前，一定好好来跟你道别。
阿莹，这20年来，我从未有过今日午后这般安宁喜乐。从此山高水远
This is really beautiful.
何时才能相见？待到天下太平，你我并肩，同游乐悠原。有军师，他们想去伏击劫杀谁？
阿莹，这西军来了，是李逆来救人了。
你为了救他这么拼命干嘛？我有点疼，你可以忍吗？有我在，一定不会有事的。既然你已经平安到这儿了，那我先回潼关了。
我们一起走吧。
我们死了这么多兄弟，咱们辛辛苦苦打下来的潼关，你不能再被他诓骗了。
我说我全然不知情，你是不是不肯信？
住手！
不分青红皂白的就冤枉。
Uh-oh.
但是我总以为他是会相信我。
Did she deceive him or not? That's the
那
question.
以后见面就是陌路人，以后可能就是敌人。
我知道不应该不相信你，但那日事发突然，我们镇西军死了这么多。
其实你当日根本就没有必要救我，你为何不等到我也被杀死了再现身？儿子，你就是故意的。
是啊，我就是故意。
我不需要你救，当日不需要，如今也不需要。
所以你还是怪我没有救你们家公子是吗？
是，我不应该为他当光吗？
原谅我好不好？
出去，不想看见。我也知道他是真心赔礼。
Oh boy.
我也不应该再生气了。
阿莹，你还在生我的气，只要你不生气，哪怕
怕你一天骂我1000句10000句，我都会乖乖听着。我写了一封信给崔大将军，我说你安然无恙，恳请他与我一起平叛孙贼，收复西长京。
等到天下太平，我定娶你为妻。等我上门提亲。
Oh, all right.
给我上！
那咱们真的还能相信崔家军吗？我相信。数月不见，
你还舍得来看我？
这么远跑来看我，让你碰到了。
秦王殿下竟敢夜入常州，擅闯我崔家军将军府。
不是的，大将军。
你竟然敢胁迫我军中校尉助你越狱！你若真的喜欢阿莹，我要你放弃谋夺常州，入赘崔家，接管崔家军。
此事我做不到，只是请求大将军不要打在我脸上，我不想让阿莹担心。
怎么了？
没什么。我若是入赘了崔家，那就是背弃君父，是为不忠于国，不孝于父。数理逆难一存。
你是受伤了吗？
哦，
别生气了啊！甜汤那次你还欠着。
公子能安然无恙的回来，我们都十分欢喜呢。
大将军，大将军，杀了他，为阿爹报仇！
你当着众人的面拿刀胁迫我，
放他走！变故促起突然，公子就是想趁机除掉李密吧？
你为何如此相信李密？我已经没有家，不需要我这个影子。
你居然要和我成亲？
万一阿爹一高兴，就好起来了。
孽子，你竟然勾结介说人
！Chose her over everything, including his home, basically.
他不是我兄长，而是我们崔家的仇敌。今日幸亏有你。
都是自己人，
我愿用我一命换取太孙一命。可刚才你拿一个假太孙去诈孙乾，
你心中恼恨我诓骗你。
孙敬兵败潼关，自刎而亡。
你想让陛下立太孙为储君，但是你有没有想过，
我无意与东宫出位。
我跟东宫之位，要么你都要，否则你一样都得不到的。
也许后，我不想再跟你吵架了。
Tired of fighting. Wants that
今日
peace.
盛会，一为崔小姐洗尘。
这次我要亲自上场。
秦王殿下忘记了，崔某本就是这样的人。
既然说了，自然是有些不悦。
今天应该是我有生以来最高兴的一天。
我也是。
为国朝之万年大计，臣以为当立秦王为储。
还我我娘的珠子。
如果有一天我做了让你特别生气的事情，你是不是就不再喜欢我？
从此两不相欠，
心里就没有我了。
哇！
秦王仇家众多，定会将眠不永。
大家说好了，待到结葭归田，就回三里冢赵家村。
他要是降年不有的话，那就太可惜了。
你若是真有危难，我定会出手相助的。
我来了，你看看我。
A man ate a lot of arrows.
我知道你心里很难过，但是我们只有好好活着。
陛下也答应了，让我娶你为太子妃，但是有个条件，解散崔家军。
反正呢，我只想做你的妻子，又不想做太子妃。
我也是迫不得已。你这是要赶我走？
对，我就是要赶你。
不要烦。
干什么？
No, I can't be the only one that read that.
红事了，太子妃没有脉象。
如果我数到10，你睁开眼睛了，那就是你；如果我数到10，你没睁开眼睛，那就是我。我们不是说好了吗？我们要一起讲我们的这个画策划吗？我把我们所有经历的事情都一一画了下来，这后面也留白了，就等咱们将来2个人一起画。为什么不肯小白？不想要天下，我只想要你。我快伤心死了。今天我带着你。
我李妮一生一世只娶崔莲一，她死也是我今生唯一的妻子，她活着便是我唯一的妻子。就当最后一次，我们并肩而战。我不是在做梦吗
？Welcome back.
你不是在做，我在这儿。你把眼睛闭上。
这一次呢，无论如何我都不会睁开眼。
我有声音了吗？
我要做父亲了。
李逆携崔林回到劳兰关，布衣书时，枕戈待敌，终偿数位边疆之愿。
Happy ending. Holy crap. Wow. Heck of a story. Beautiful looking show. Wonderful story arc. A little bit of tension, obviously, a bit of competition. But it seems like it turned out all right. No idea how she died and then came back to life. He definitely should have been dead about 80 times. But that looks very good. Let's go ahead and pull up some information. Link down below in the YouTube description for the original edit. Go throw out some much-deserved love. That was a beautiful edit. It takes a lot of time and energy to make those. So go throw it a like and check out their other videos. They may have other videos that you might really enjoy. So let's go ahead and pull up some information. Good storyline and a must-watch drama. Let's talk about its storyline. It is definitely not boring. Well, I can confirm that just from that edit. It is not boring. And it keeps going better and better after every episode. Story is about the Emperor's grandson who doesn't want to fight for the throne, but because of special circumstances and because of peace of the nation, he has to fight for it. And in the process, he fell in love with the female lead. His father and brothers who want the throne are all useless. And for the throne, he wanted to kill Li Ni. And in the process, many of his beloved ones die. So he finally becomes the crown prince. So he definitely doesn't want it. He's not fighting for it. But because he has to fight, he eventually becomes crown prince. Ay, ay, ay. That is... You know what, though? You want that kind of leader, I think. The one that doesn't want it. The one that, you know, is hesitant to have ultimate power. It's the ones that really want that power you got to look out for. So I think it got yeah, I think it got 10 out of 10 on pretty much everything. Music 9, according to this website. If we talk about the actors, they're really showing very good chemistry. I kind of have to kind of translate this a little bit because the English grammar is not the greatest. I'm assuming English isn't their first language, so I'm trying to read it. It's difficult, though. There are few dramas every year with such a great chemistry, and they both are very strong and independent. The main leads are very smart, although all of the Empire thinks the female leaders are male. But by first seeing her, he knows that the first time he saw her, he knows that she is a girl, which is quite interesting. Music is also very great, exciting, which suits the war dramas, and some original soundtracks are very relaxing. I quite like them. There are few historical dramas this year that I like most, but I definitely know this is one of them. After completing this drama, I am feeling very happy because that is the one word that came to mind while I was watching that, is epic. It is an epic drama. For sure. It definitely seems... So this show got an 8.5 out of 13,000 watchers. The 8.5 comes from over 4,200 user reviews. That's pretty amazing. Wonderland of Love follows the story of the Emperor's grandson, Li Ni, I'm assuming that's how it's pronounced, who guards the border and is forced to take on... Oh my gosh, let me get rid of some of these ads. Good grief. Okay, Grubhub, we get it. Guards the border and is forced to take on the responsibility of quelling the rebellion. Although Li Ni is the grandson of the Emperor, he is never loved by his father. He hides his identity and is content with being a carefree frontline border general who has no intention of fighting for power. During military campaigns against the rebels, he encounters the ambitious Kui Lin, I think. Let's see. Who is the only daughter of General Kui Yi, the commander of the Kui family army, concealed her true identity and disguised herself as Lieutenant He. Fighting alongside the army, they cross paths with the... You know what I constantly think of here is... You know what I'm thinking of constantly there is... what is it? It's Lord of the Rings when the princess dresses up, puts the helmet on, covers the hair, and then goes to fight in the Great War because the women weren't allowed to fight or something. That kind of reminds me of that. That is really interesting. I want to look up more of this. Hold on. Let's bring this up. All right. Let's see what else we can gather here. 95% of Google users liked it. It's got an 8.1 out of 10 on IMDb. One is scheming and witty. The other is guyful and forthright. In their competitiveness, they calculate and predict each other's plan and movement to fight as the winner, leading them down the path of love. That's interesting. So they kind of fell into the love part. Let's see. All right, let's get some opinions on this. Of course, that Reddit post got deleted. Come on now. And that one's not available anymore. That one's not available anymore. Wow. Audience reviews. This will be good. Let's go ahead and see about this. The story is brilliant in itself. If you love action and love story, then please go ahead. Every single thing is so stunning, from the costumes to the set and the cinematography. You can kind of tell from that edit. Granted, there was like a filter over most of that, so it doesn't give the full effect, but you could tell it was very beautiful. Female lead is also good. Every character is likable and has their own unique personalities. Really loved this C drama and fell in love. They're such a cute couple and had the best chemistry on and off screen. Definitely worth a watch. It's my favorite C drama of all time. The actors, the chemistry, the storyline, the clothes, everything is perfect. Gonna rewatch it. Everything from the acting, the costumes, the love, the communication. You gotta have communication if you're gonna have love. I'm assuming they mean the dialogue. The dialogue between the characters is really beautiful. She came back to life after dying. No explanation whatsoever. Wait, what? They didn't give any explanation on that? And then we have a negative review. No chemistry. Best thing was the fight scenes and the battles. Other than that, it was pretty boring. That's the beauty of television. It's the beauty of shows. It is very subjective. What one person might think is literally the greatest C-drama of all time, this person thinks it's boring. That's amazing. Story lacks the politics and plot, but the chemistry between the main leads is extraordinary, so that person was very, up and down on it. Loved it. The leads were good. Slow and boring. Waste of time. Yeah, it is amazing. But then again, with every review, you have to watch it yourself. You got to be your own judge, right? You can take public reaction as one thing. Maybe if it's overwhelmingly negative, maybe you don't check it out or spend the time or the investment, or maybe you reduce the time you're willing to invest in it to see if you actually like it. But again, if you're going to watch something, just do it. Just do it. Don't let other people sway you. You might really like something that someone really, most people really hate, or you might really hate something that everyone loves. That definitely happens. But that was very good. Very good. The last video of the day is Jughead and Veronica from Riverdale. Did I say Riverdale? Riverdale. I'd Let You Win. I have no idea what this is going to be about. Obviously, I think it's about their relationship. I think those two are together, just from other edits I've watched. But let's go ahead and find out.
Sometimes it can be hard to put our faith in this town.
When I first came to Riverdale, I never imagined I would call it home.
But I think Pop created something really special here.
So?
Yes? Created a place for the lost and wayward souls of Riverdale to come to.
And then I came here, to Pop's.
I want to reopen that speakeasy. A place for North and South Siders alike.
And I think that's more than a jukebox or vinyl booths. It's
And that's exactly what it felt like
a lighthouse in the storm.
home. You were looking at Betty and Jughead.
It's amazing a diner can have that kind of effect on people. Just a restaurant, But if it's a small enough town, maybe it only has a couple restaurants that can have that kind of connection.
Like, you liked Betty.
Jughead Jones, 116 pancakes.
Or until Archie changes his mind and he says he wants to be with you?
And Archie Andrews, 119.
Good and evil.
Don't you think
Light and dark.
some people can't change?
But you're a bad person, Veronica.
Betty and Veronica.
Like it's just in their DNA to be bad. Like father, like daughter, right?
Are you hearing yourselves? Come on, don't kid yourself, Veronica. You might have some darkness, just like me.
We have a winner.
Well, you're not evil. In this town, we're all monsters. We've always been monsters, and that includes you too. You really found one person that would hurt Veronica and I the most. And you just went there.
Did it make you feel better? Kissing Veronica?
Felt good watching Archie's face. Riverdale is a parallel universe to Riverdale.
But did you enjoy kissing her?
I know entrapment when I hear it, Betty. Ethel, do you know how to save these universes?
We have to recreate the circumstances as closely as possible.
You and I have a lot in common.
I mean, if not Betty and Archie, then maybe it could be...
I don't have red hair and broad shoulders. Me and Veronica, because my dad's going to prison and my dad is getting out. What are we if we're not counterparts to Archie and Betty?
We're dating each other's best friends, that's hard to say.
It would have looked like there were 4 people in that booth. Really, there were only 3. A blonde girl, a raven-haired girl, Ronnie's dead, and the luckiest red-headed boy in the universe.
Tick?
I killed her.
Talk.
If you told her the truth about the universe, Tick, and she was gonna help you destroy it, Tick.
This is definitely one of those shows where nobody looks like a high schooler. For sure.
A universe we don't even know for sure exists.
It does exist. Come on.
Check it. Friends. If you trust me.
A universe of high school dances and masked serial killers, of football and milkshakes and musicals and diabolical board games.
All right.
Link down below in the YouTube description where the original video can be found. Go throw it some love. Boy, what an interesting show. It definitely seems dark in ways, but I'm sure there's a lot of light as well. Set in the present, the series offers a bold, subversive take on Archie, Betty, Veronica, and their friends, exploring the surreality. Boy, my reading comprehension right now is not good. I don't know why. Maybe I'm tired. A small town life. Geez, the darkness and weirdness bubbling beneath Riverdale's wholesome facade. As the new school year begins, the town of Riverdale is reeling from the recent tragic death of high school golden boy Jace and Blossom, and nothing feels the same. Archie is still the all-American teen, but the summer's events made him realize that he wants to pursue a career in music, not follow in his dad's footsteps, despite the sudden end of his forbidden French relationship with Riverdale's young music teacher, Miss Gundy, which means Archie doesn't have anyone who will mentor him, certainly not singer Josie, who is only focused on her band, the soon-to-be world-famous Pussycats. Oh. It's all weighing heavily on Archie's mind, as is his fractured friendship with budding writer and fellow classmate Jughead. Meanwhile, the girl next door, Betty, is anxious to see her crush Archie after being away all summer, but she's not quite ready to reveal her true feelings for him. And Betty's nerves, which are hardly soothed by her overbearing mother Alice, aren't the only thing holding her back. When a new student, Veronica, arrives in town from New York with her mother Hermione, there's an undeniable spark between her and Archie, even though Veronica doesn't want to risk her new friendship with Betty by making a play for Archie. And then there's Cheryl. Riverdale's Queen Bee is happy to stir up trouble amongst Archie, Betty, and Veronica, but Cheryl is keeping secrets of her own. What exactly is she hiding about the mysterious death of her twin brother Jason? Riverdale may look like a quiet, sleepy town, but there are dangers in the shadows. Jughead and Veronica, commonly referred to as Jeronica or Vughead, among fans, came to be mutual acquaintances through Archie and Betty. While they generally get along, they eventually find themselves at odds over Jughead's attacks against Veronica's father. They start to make amends when Veronica decides to retaliate against her family. First met after Archie and Jughead rekindled their friendship, enjoying Betty and Veronica in a booth at Pop's. Jughead introduced himself and sat beside Veronica. They all sat together, laughing and engaged in conversation. Jughead was furious. The drive-in was closing. Very special to him. Which he tried to explain to Betty, Veronica, and Kevin at Pop's. Veronica thought it was overdue, as she didn't believe that anyone still went to drive-ins when there are more efficient ways to seeing movies in this day and age. Jughead struggled over which film he should play for the closing night, and he asked the group, who he had already invited to attend, for suggestions. Moments later, Archie, Fred, and Miss Gundy entered the diner, and Betty jumped up, went outside with Archie, which led to Veronica to wonder what they were talking about, and if it was her. Jughead told her it wasn't, as he already knew that they were talking about Archie's affair with Miss Gundy. Veronica then went out to find out. Let's see. Veronica, you and I have a lot in common. Jughead, oh, because my dad's going to prison and your dad's getting out? Veronica, we're dating each other's best friends, I was going to say. But yes, prison thing too. Oh my gosh. Interesting. So they really just kind of found each other through their best friends dating. That's interesting. And obviously Veronica had some sort of change in feelings towards Jughead somewhere in that. Certainly they shared that similarity with their dads. Jughead explained that he's not going to presume to know what lies in her father's heart, but Archie's father almost died, and his father was going away for 20 years. There's even a 0.0001% chance that her dad is trying. Jughead believed that she should at least give him a chance. That's interesting. The flip between friends to her being interested in Jughead is probably very interesting. Hopefully it's not like just condensed and short, but they really played that out. Though they did not speak, both Jughead and Veronica attended Kevin's Secret Santa gift exchange in the student lounge at school. With them were Archie, Betty, Reggie, Cheryl, Kevin, and Josie. Jughead and Veronica watched with a look of concern as Betty unwrapped her gift from Archie to find an old read-along record that she and Archie used to listen to when they were younger. Archie informed her that he and his father found it while they were cleaning out the garage. Yeah, that's fascinating. Those two have got to be they eventually found their way into a relationship. But it went from friendship to romantic, which is always such a classic storyline. We've seen it even today in edits. It's not surprising. You know, it's not much of a leap. You just, starting off as friends, you really like the person, hanging out with them. Then you start to realize you have some things in common. Then you start to realize, hey, this is a really nice person to hang with a lot. And then soon enough, you're just thinking, oh, hey, this person's really nice. And then all of a sudden it switches to this person's attractive. That is a weird switch when that happens, but I don't know. I can't explain it. I don't know if anyone could explain it. That spark of like friendship to, I really like this person. I want to make out with this person. It is so strange, but hey, that's life. And that's real. That is real. Always good to see. I hope you enjoyed today's stream. That is it for the week. I will be back Monday with more reactions, 5 more. Let's see. I probably won't be on Thursday morning, because that's actually a travel day. So maybe I might do 2 on Wednesday, or maybe just do 1 on Thursday, like really early in the morning, to the point where it's just ridiculously early. That way I have time to make the airport. But we'll see. I'll let everybody know. I'll make the announcement, whether it's on Twitter or X or the Discord. Certainly join. It's now public. The link is everywhere. It's on the website. It's on the YouTube video descriptions. It's on the YouTube channel. It's on the Twitch channel. Everywhere. And I'll make a post about it. And yeah, I shall see you all on Saturday if you're joining the live stream, the gaming live stream. Life is Strange episode 2. It's going to be on the new YouTube channel, Todd Reacts Plays. You can go follow it, subscribe to it, whatever. Subscribe to it. And I'll also still be live here on Twitch, so if you want to follow that, it's your choice. Obviously, most of my audience is on YouTube, so that's why I created that. Mainly because YouTube really doesn't like it when you introduce different content onto your channel. I don't know why, but it is just a thing. So I was like, all right, I'll just start a different one. That way I can go live on there with gaming content. And yeah. Winter collection of merch is available right now. This is the heavyweight hoodie. It's a little thicker than the summer hoodie, so it's a little warmer during the winter. Obviously, we are coming out of winter soon. Most places, or some places, have already come out of winter. But the summer collection will be available June 1st. So go ahead and pick up any winter merch right now. Let's see, what else? What am I missing? If you want to request your own videos, you can do so via the website, toddreacts.com. And yeah, I will see you all on Saturday. And if I don't see you on the gaming stream, I will see you on Monday, bright and early. And I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. If I don't see you on Saturday, make it a good one. Take care of yourselves. Be safe. All that good stuff. All right. Bye-bye.